Good morning, folks. Greetings, everyone. This is Arashi Neko. I'm going to do a short little, it's not really so much a rant, it's an observation. I know I haven't posted anything in a few days, but, and I probably won't be posting anything for another few days, but just really briefly here, I know that people think about the crimes of Lauren Armstrong, and there are other predators who you think about what were their real crimes. And I'm not talking about the legal argument about what they did or didn't do, or there wasn't really a girl involved, it was a sting operation. But children who are becoming young adults, exactly the age of all of the decoys, what a wonderful time of life that is. You're thinking about leaving your parents and being out on your own. You're starting to notice boys, or you're starting to notice young girls, and you're thinking about, in a few years I'm going to college. In a few years I'm going to I'm about to enter high school, because that's the age we're talking about, 12, 13, 14. And there's going to be dances, and there's going to be social get-togethers, and you're thinking about clothes. Your parents probably are not dressing you like they used to. Your parents are not a controlling factor in your life like they were when you were 6 or you were 7. You're slowly, and I think it should be as slow as it needs to be, you're slowly going to become an adult, a young adult. What a wonderful time that is. Thinking about careers, thinking about maybe I'll go in the military, or I'll go in the Peace Corps. I don't know if people do the Peace Corps anymore, but maybe I'll go to college after high school far away, and what would that be like? And the horrific crime that Lauren Armstrong and Dustin McFetrich and really all of them are guilty of is attempting to steal those wonderful years from a child. Even if all if they limited their interaction to text only or phone calls only and never showed up to the sting house, if all they did was transmit these horrible fucking photos to a child, they've impacted those growing years for these kids. Now, there will always be something that impacts your life. Maybe Hurricane Katrina hits. Maybe there are big fires in your community in California. But what I'm saying is, this is a crime that these monsters, these predators, are committing. They are stealing the youth of these kids, or they're impacting it in a negative way. If you've Lauren Armstrong is about, his chat logs are about the most analyzed that I've been able to find, the most read, the most looked at by the TCAP community. And you have to understand that Lauren's intent was to steal the youth from Kayla. He was going to go kidnap her at the age of 13, have unprotected sex with her, force her, coerce her, to do these vile things. Now, I believe that if Kayla had been real, and that's a big if because she wasn't, but if Kayla had been real, I think she'd have ended up dead in a month, in a dumpster or in a woods somewhere. That's simply what I'm convinced of. I'm not going to go into that right now. However, if Lauren had gotten what he wanted, he would have had Kayla pregnant within a couple of years, if not immediately, living in a filthy trailer. She would have had health problems because Lauren would not have been able to provide any type of care, decent care for himself, much less a child. She wouldn't have gone to the dentist. She wouldn't have gone to the doctor. Her whole life would have been being his sex slave and his dog care person in that filthy trailer as he struggled to find the means to buy mac and cheese. his failing efforts to provide a life, I don't even think he would have tried. And what would have happened is Kayla would have been an old, worn out, careworn person before she was 20. Because she was 7 years from being 20 years old. And Lorne would have simply destroyed her life. That was his intent. That is exactly what he wanted to do. Pages after page after page of chat logs shows that that's what he wanted to do. Dustin McFetridge was exactly the same way. Dustin wanted to steal and destroy the childhood of a young girl. There were predators who wanted to do that to young boys. And it's horrific. And I think that when you think of the predators, you should never forget their true crime. I'm not talking about stealing money from people, and I'm not talking about being goofy, or they talk about other crimes they did, like traffic violations. No. The real crime, then the true crime, is horrific, and it's why we hound these predators' asses like we do, and like I believe we should. Anyway, that's enough of that, folks. This is Arashi Neko, and I'm signing out.